back to Sitting with Ashley. I'm Ashley. I know I haven't really been here. I've been, I don't know, chilling. But this is an unschooling I wanted to share. So we're about to get second grade money in 2 weeks from the state. And I wanted to make sure everything from first grade was wrapped up. And if you were here in the beginning of last year, I told you guys about a template that I had created to kind of keep track of our progress. Not really a report card, but for homeschooling kind of, right? And because of the money we're receiving from the state, in case of any auditing in the future, I want to have a good record of what we bought and how we used it. So I finished our template for first grade today, and I turned it into a little book because I'm extra and I can. So this is Niall's first grade wrap up, and all of these pictures on the front are like things that we learned about or things that were really big in our learning this year. And I just, so I did make a copy for his dad too. I don't know why, just cause. So I want to go over the template again. So I broke it down into each quarter. So the first quarter, that's how we get paid. We get money every quarter. And so I made a list of all of the items that we bought for the quarter. And then I have a plan of action, curriculum, expectations and goals, learning style, measured outcomes, strengths, needs improvement, special needs, interests, and curiosity. So for each quarter, I have all of those sections. And then for the whole year, I did like a year wrap up. End of year review. It's this big thing. I have next year's goals, next year's areas of improvement, and additional notes. So it's 12 pages, and I'm really happy with it. Again, I made his father one as well. But Niall is really excited about learning. We do an unschooling kind of, well, obviously you know that if you clicked on unschooling. But unschooling doesn't mean you don't learn. It just means that it's child-led. Whereas in the public school system or even private schools, it's very much curriculum-based from a higher up hierarchy kind of model. So unschooling for us, especially with some sort of neurodivergence, right? We have autism, ADHD, and pathological demand avoidance. And so that makes, instead of having a tug of war and having to fight him constantly to learn, I just kind of leave it open. When he shows interest in something, I get materials for it, find videos for it, and swoop in with ways to cater to that curiosity, right? But we definitely learn a lot, right? So Niall's really into the kitchen and working in the kitchen. He's really into bath bombs right now, specifically the bath bombs that have the little toy in them. But I don't want to keep paying for them, so I had bought stuff for bath bombs last year, and so I have citric acid and everything else. So we made our own bath bombs last week, and then he was doing I bought him a bunch of beakers, and I have a bunch of beakers in the bathtub for him because he likes to do all that. And so then he was kind of doing science in the bathtub, and so that's what it is over here. I mean, if you think of learning as an experiential education where it's experience equals learning, right, and passion and motivation, that's how we approach it. But I just wanted to share, in case you're a homeschooling family or want to pursue unschooling, or even would like to just do this as, outside of the public schools, just kind of keeping records as a family. So my goal is to do one of these for every year. Luckily, we're only on the first year, and I did it, so I should be able to hold myself accountable for the next 11 years to make sure that we can keep records. Again, it will be something that he can look back on. And even just while I was putting it together, because I was really good about the first 2 quarters, and then the third quarter, I think I started, and then I didn't finish, so I had to kind of reflect back on today. But even just from our first quarter to the last, like the things that he's done, the improvements that he's made, because of this template, I was able to see what we needed. So like the first quarter, the needs improvement, ability to follow directions, ability to sit still, willingness to work in workbooks, and willingness to do something when asked. He's completely done all that. I mean, maybe not the workbooks because I don't really use those anymore because he's not really into them. But that is one of the goals for next year, is to get him a little bit more focused on, sitting down with workbooks. I did also get a bunch of like monthly kits. There's like an engineering kit, geography, and animals. And I didn't think we were really ready for that yet this year. So I have like 48 like kits. So I've been able to buy things for the future too. This semester we're going to be getting a desktop computer, and I'm going to be getting him a sewing machine. His dad's going to get him some fabric because he can get fabric for cheap. And I would like us both to learn and stuff. Oh, we're also going to get like pasta making stuff because he was super into baking. And we've really perfected like our pretzel making and stuff, and he loves making sugar cookies with homemade frosting. I'm like really, really proud of myself. So this was some of the stuff that he really got into this year. We've also got him, I got him a Cash App card. I didn't hook it up to a bank because I don't have a bank account for him yet. But his dad and I are sharing, putting money into the Cash App. I got him a wallet, and we've been getting, I've been giving him like singles and change. So we're working on economics and our entrepreneurship. He's here now. Yeah, go ahead, watch him, baby. We just did a painting project for the ambulance. I'm about to make a video about that. But yeah, if you wanted to do this, again, it's just a simple template. And these are just ideas for you. Of course, make it how it fits for you. But yeah, I'm very pleased with this, and I'm excited to give it to his dad. Hopefully he'll read it. I don't know, we'll see. But either way, it's something for Niall and me to continue to look back on, right? Because with autism, there are certain degrees of regression as well. So this is nice for me to be like, okay, that's kind of been something we've struggled with, but we got over it, But like the following directions, he's a little bit more, he's definitely more communicative. So, it didn't really feel like the other day I was like, oh my God, I have a second grader. I'm like, did we, he knows his alphabet, he knows his numbers, he knows all of that. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Again, we have some special needs, so I'm not holding him to the standards or expectations of public school by any means, and I think that's part of why people homeschool and unschool, at least it is for me. We don't need the repetition, we need expansion, and we need experience. So that's what we need, that's what works for us. But yeah, so go ahead and do this for your kiddos. I already created the Google Doc all the way through 12th grade. And so I just, when I printed it, I just did a print range. And then I'll start on the second grade when we get our money, and I will start recording things. So I'm excited. All right, have a good one.